All right, so I'm back from the pool and I want to talk about toxic femininity because it obviously exists. Okay, it is nothing like toxic masculinity, which is men that, can't be in touch with their feelings at all, that shame other guys that are actually working on themselves, and very, very repressed, angry individuals threatened by strong females, etc. So now we're talking about toxic femininity. I have engaged in many of these behaviors. I'm not talking about this to shame anyone. But my cousin recently brought up this idea to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, of course, toxic femininity exists. But it is not using our voice, right? It is saying yes when we really want to say no, and when we're really not comfortable. Maybe our schedule is too busy and somebody asks us, to fit another thing in there, and then they pressure us. And so we go, oh, okay, but we really don't want to, right? Or, saying yes in a relationship when you mean no, or being in a workplace where a boss or somebody in power is being sexually inappropriate or even making inappropriate comments, whatever it may be. And then you don't say anything. You don't report it. Unfortunately, I have been that person, and it's not something I'm proud of, right? But all I can do is make sure that when I'm in that situation again, to learn that lesson, and next time to do something about it and to use my voice, to take up the space that I have earned, right? To realize that I'm not sort of just this quiet little silent bystander, that I can have an impact and make change in a big way. So I want you ladies to realize that. Fortunately, the Me Too movement happened. And so a lot of these guys are getting weeded out, but it still happens all the time. It's just human nature. So yeah, toxic femininity. Let's, as Brene Brown says, we were raised to be silent and pretty and small. Okay. So we want to liberate ourselves from that shit. Okay. We want to start to be loud. We want to start to, take up the space that guys do, right? Men are never, or much less of the time, are sort of uncomfortable. It's difficult to describe. I think you know what I'm talking about, right? It's a type of presence of like, okay, I'm here, and I'm here in a big way. So a lot of women, most of us were raised to be people pleasers and to, always say yes, and to, I was raised Mormon, so it was like, be obedient. Moms, dads, babysitters, aunts and uncles, anybody who has a child, a young child, a young little girl that you occasionally babysit or know, make sure that you send them the message that it's okay to say no. Encourage them to say no all the time, because then you're teaching them to say no when it really matters. And in those moments, they won't lose their voice. They won't be afraid to say no.